Hi Capricorn, this is Tisch Aitken. What do I say? You've been through it all. Saturn and Pluto met up at the world axis on January 12th of 2020 at 22 degrees of the cardinal sign of Capricorn, your sign, but it's also at the world axis and hits all of us. And many structures in our lives came down. A lot of restructuring, a lot of regeneration, a lot of release and loss. And you've been through it, let's face it. And Saturn was transiting in your sign from the end of December of 2017, and it exited on December 17th of 2020 and entered the sign of Aquarius, where it's going to be transiting until March 7th of 2023. This is falling in your house of income, what you value, and how you can be creative. Jupiter, the planet of expansion and abundance, was transiting in your sign, which it doesn't like to be in because you're a sign of restriction. And it entered Aquarius on December 19th, and the two paired up on the winter solstice on December 21st and met up at 0 degrees and 29 minutes of Aquarius. This invokes major new beginnings and ushers in a new era of infinite possibility. And for you, it's in the house of value and how you can be creative and how you can earn income. Saturn's going to be touring in this house until March 7th of 2023. Jupiter's going to be there on and off until December 29th of this year. This is structuring a new vision because Saturn and Jupiter meet up every 20 years. Saturn is the structure, Jupiter is the vision. How can you structure a new vision of creative possibility and build income and value to your life in a very broken world and a broken time? So there's a lot of inventiveness and innovation and possibility with Aquarius. It's the sign of technology, community, humanitarianism, groups, and chaos and brilliance. And I say bring it on. I'm sure you do too, because you had it, okay? So at the end of January on the 26th, Mercury stations retrograde at 26 degrees and 29 minutes of Aquarius. And this gives you a preview of what the next couple of years are going to be like, because Saturn's going to be in Aquarius until March 7th of 2023. There are 30 degrees to a sign. 0 is the first and 29 is the final. Mercury gets to almost -3 degrees the entire sign of Aquarius, and it gets to where Saturn will be in the middle of February of 2023. Therefore, pay attention to the messages that Mercury is bringing up. It's been transiting in Aquarius since January 8th, and it's going to be there until March 15th. Pay attention. A lot of innovation and possibility about how you can create new financial opportunities and how you can bring beauty and value to your life. On February 1st, Venus enters Aquarius, where to be transiting until February 25th in your house of income and money. And this is a good cycle for financial opportunities. On the 1st, it may be a bit challenging because the sun is squaring Mars in the sky, and the sun is transiting in your house of income, squaring Mars, and Mars is transiting in your house of creativity and romance, where it'll be until March 3rd of this year. Contentious energy, but we like Venus in Aquarius because it brings a lot of networking opportunities. On the 6th of February, Venus meets up with Saturn, and that can be a bit restrictive around relationships. It's better for focusing on what you want to achieve on your own. Later in the day, Venus is going to sextile Chiron, the wounded healer, and that could bring helpful energy around healing with relationships. Chiron is transiting in Aries in your house of home and family, but I think that can be difficult that day because later in the day Venus is going to square Uranus, and that can bring unpredictability around finances and partnerships, so lay low. On the 9th of February, Saturn forms a helpful sextile to Chiron, the wounded healer. And I think that's better energy for, doing healing work and, finding structure in your home. On the 11th of February, we have a magical new moon that takes place at 2:06 p.m. Eastern Standard Time at 23 degrees and 17 minutes of Aquarius. This falls in your house of money and income and what you want to create. This is an excellent day for doing the law of abundance, for setting intentions, and for doing manifesting work. On that date, Venus and Jupiter, which are both the benefics of the zodiac, meet up at 10 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and that brings a really prosperous and romantic and creative tone to this new moon. Saturn and Jupiter are still conjunct, although they are separating, and that still enables us all to focus on how we can structure a new vision in the real age of Aquarius. Venus is also conjunct Mercury, which is really creative and kind, and Mercury is conjunct the new moon, which brings a lot of brainstorming and a lot of possibilities. On the 12th of February or the 13th, depending on where you live, Venus meets up with Mercury, and that's very loving and creative energy. The two meet up on the 12th of February at 11:48 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, or on February 13th at 2:48 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Good creative energy. On Valentine's Day, on February 14th, Mercury meets up with Jupiter, and this is really positive and auspicious energy. Excellent for creative and financial opportunities for you, because that's really where you're focusing the next few years, how you can create and earn income and bring value to your life. On the 17th of February, we have more challenging energy because Saturn, which is the ruler of your sign, but also the ancient ruler of Aquarius, squares Uranus in the sky, and Uranus is the modern ruler of Aquarius. Saturn is limitations, and Uranus is chaos and freedom. The two are going to square one another 2 more times this year, in June and December. And the last time they squared each other was in June of 1999 through May of 2000. So they don't do this very frequently, and it's a lot of strife and challenges with that energy that we're all going to be dealing with on the collective. On the 18th of February, the sun enters the sign of Pisces, where it'll transit until March 20th of this year. And the sun will be transiting in your house of friends and groups, and that's a good energy because the sun shines wherever it's transiting. On the 20th of February, Mercury stations direct at 11 degrees and 1 minute of Aquarius and helps all to move forward with our direction. And this enables you to figure out how you can be creative and prosperous in this time. On the 25th of February, Venus enters the sign of Pisces, where it's beautiful and exalted and selfless and creative. And it's transiting in your house of friends and groups for the next few weeks. This is good if you're single. It's good if you're in a relationship. It's fun for partnering and meeting new people. On the 26th of February, we have Jupiter trining the north node of destiny, and this could bring excellent financial opportunities for you, networking, and good for creative ventures as well. On the 27th of February, we have a full moon that takes place at 3:17 a.m. Eastern Standard Time at 8 degrees and 57 minutes of Virgo. This falls in your house of romance and creativity. It can be romantic. It could bring fruition to your projects. But my feeling is it's going to be an intense full moon because it sets off the lunar eclipse that took place on November 30th at 8 degrees and 38 minutes of Gemini. And I feel that that's more likely to be challenging. And that full moon eclipse in November fell in your house of work and habits and routine. This is a good month for new beginnings, for creativity, and for connecting. So I wish you a lot of luck, Capricorn. Thank you.